I can stay, but I'll stay for a little while.
Oh, you're fine, man. All right. Hibiki TMD, first ever live stream officially that's not PS4 related. Welcome. I don't know what the hell this is. I'm bored. Figured to give it a go, but real quick, I got a good buddy with me, Jim from DrinkABeerPlayAGame. What is happening, my man? Thank you for joining the stream with me, dude. Appreciate it.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. It's good to be on, bud.
Hell yeah. Now, if you guys aren't
It's like
familiar
to
with
just
Jim's
sit, hang
stuff,
out, talk some bullshit with you.
indeed. If you're not familiar with Jim's stuff, get your asses over to Drink a Beer Play Game on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Great content, great reviews, podcast, everything you like here that's just done better over there, basically. Um, but yeah, this is something. This is Hibiki TMD and Jim. Like I know you've been working on some Atari stuff lately, man. But what else has been going on with Drink a Beer lately?
Well, actually, so Drink a Beer, our page is a duo. I'm one half of it, and the other half just had his first kid, so he's on hiatus for a little bit.
Right. Congrats, by the way, to Brian. Um,
Yeah, so basically what we do is we're still trying to do our podcast whenever we can get around to it, if not once a week or once every other week or a couple weeks, whenever he's available. And in the meantime, our bread and butter is doing game reviews, and we used to do shit like making drinking games out of stuff and doing drunk long plays. And yeah, we might go back to that one day, might not. They're fun videos. You should check them out. But back
yeah.
in the day, no one really watched them, so we said we'll just stick with the reviews for now.
Yeah, I noticed like on my channel, like if I put in, not that I have anywhere near the views you guys do, but if I put in like a fucking like a live stream or something, it like I don't know if it floods my videos and stuff, but like people fall off for like a good week because I just pollute it with live stream stuff. I don't know. Um, it's touchy though. It's touch and go with YouTube, man. You never know anymore, honestly, what hits and what misses. And so day to day, it
And
seems.
it's tough to find that balancing act too between like the new shit you want to do along with the stuff that works. Like it's fun to try stuff every here and then, but it's like, all right, I'm going to put this up, and this might get 10 views, and I'll learn for next time.
Yeah, I try to like had some soft padding for my channel. Like I cover like the wrestling demographic in the games and figure maybe I have like the best of both worlds. So I don't know. Speaking of wrestling, I didn't even catch any wrestling this week. I saw like maybe the end of Raw, and I saw none of SmackDown. Like I know what happened. I didn't watch any of NXT. Sure I'll get to that on Slam Pigs this week, but I don't know, man. Like I'm liking what they're doing with Nakamura so far. They haven't jumped the shark yet. I mean, obviously the big thing on Raw was like Braun, destroying the ring or whatever. Was a 3 hour Raw worth that obvious spot, worth that build up that we saw in like '03 already with Brock? I didn't. For me, no. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I haven't sat through an entire Raw in. I think I've sat through maybe three in the past 6 months for the whole 3 hours. Like
Mm.
I just can't do it anymore. It's not good enough.
Yeah, I thought after WrestleMania I had like Parkinson's or something. It was so long. I was like, dude, like I don't know. For me, like a great wrestling show should always seem like it flies by. It shouldn't seem like a marathon. You know what I mean? And it's not like WrestleMania was bad. It was just so much wrestling. You know what I mean?
No, I mean it was a good show. It was a good WrestleMania, and it was leaps and bounds better than freaking last year's disaster.
Oh yeah.
But dude, I'm with you. Like I can't. Like I love wrestling, but I can't sit through 6, 7 straight hours of it. Like I don't know how any people who are live there really could.
Shout out to our buddy Tonka Saw Grapple Vision who streams it for 8 hours. He's not even anywhere near the arena. He just fucking does it. Uh,
Oh, dude, Grapple streams are freaking insane, and I don't know how he streams for as long as he does.
because he's a madman with no
It's true. He
flaws.
is a street master.
Really is. But yeah,
But yeah, I only caught like the first hour of Raw this week, and then I basically went, I think sleep sounds better. And I didn't see any of SmackDown, even though I do know what happens. And like it's, I guess with the network in between just the internet, all the good stuff I can eventually catch up on. So, and
yeah.
honestly, it's not must see TV like it used to be back in the day.
Shit, I don't think wrestling's been must see since you could even say like 2002. Maybe it's been that long. Like you know what I mean? Like back then, like you just I don't want to say attitude era at that point. It was like, well, we don't know. Like, you know, the NWO showed up. It was kind of must see still, and then you know the bloom was off the rose. But what have you been besides Atari, man? Casually, I know you've been you haven't picked up Breath in the Wild in a while. Actually, you were telling me.
Nah, it's been a couple weeks doing all this Atari shit. It's taken up most of my time, but yeah, for a while, my main go-to was Breath of the Wild, and it's damn fun. And I'm glad I picked up a Wii U for it. Besides that, and catching up on the backlog of all the freaking games I missed. Basically, it's just been a lot of Wii U and occasionally playing Call of Duty with my buddies.
Right on. Like I seriously felt like I was like the last fucking guy on earth to not have Breath of the Wild, and then I was on our buddy Chris Darium's podcast, and no one on there except him had it either, so I didn't feel as bad. But
Ah, nice.
man, like why I got you on here real quick? I'm hearing nothing but like, and I'm not talking about like game magazines and IGN, but like word of mouth, like solid 10 out of 10s. Like everyone's saying it's one of the greatest games ever made. I don't know, like if you want to go that far with it, but I know like from what you've told me, like tidbits, you're enjoying it definitely. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm enjoying the living shit out of it. I would not go the 10 out of 10 route, but
Right.
I mean, it's fun, and I don't really like. There's a lot of people I saw online when it came out who said it's boring, and I can see their point because basically, if you don't like puzzles, this won't be a good game for you because 99% of the game is exploring and puzzle solving with all those shrines. I
Yeah.
like puzzle games, so I'm having a blast with it, but I can definitely, I don't think it's as universally accessible as a lot of people would say,
I know.
even though I know all these other people are jacking off over it, but which I can tell.
Oh
I
yeah.
can see that.
I mean, there's ectoplasm like all over the walls and the ceiling, and but like you're like me, and that's refreshing. Like I like Zelda, and like Link to the Past was my shit as a kid, but I'm not. I've never been like a diehard, and I know you're the same way. Like it's good, but I'm not gonna like you know. There's very few games I'm actually that diehard about, to be honest. But yeah, like a lot of our good buddies, they've been going ape shit over it. It's really hard for me to ever say a game is 10 out of 10. Honestly, it's just so I don't know. You set yourself up for one, especially as a game reviewer and a YouTube personality or whatever. So maybe the closest that I've played in recent years is maybe Overwatch to a 10 out of 10 game, but even then I have complaints. Do you know like the last time you think you yourself might have played a 10 out of 10 game?
Holy shit. The closest I would probably give would be Doom that came out last year. And even then, the multiplayer is okay, but it's not like perfect. But since it's part of the package, I would. It's weird with us because we get talked about on our page a lot because we have really strict rule guidelines, and no game that we've ever reviewed, even some of our all-time favorites, have ever even reached a 9. Like our grading matrix is so super strict, so like it's really hard for me to ever say like a game's perfect because I don't know, maybe we're overly critical or trying to be more critical of the games we like so we don't sound like fanboys. So, like Doom, I loved the ever living shit out of that single player mode, and I'll go back to that again and again. But the multiplayer was okay, and maybe it's the same thing over and over again. But just the fun I had with it, that would probably be the closest I'd give to that.
Yeah. I got to say for me like the single player in Doom was one of the best I've played in years. But by far it was that good. The multi,
Oh,
it wasn't bad, it was just more old school. You know what I mean?
yeah, it was just kind of bland. It was okay. It's not bad. It's a good time waster, but it's nothing that I'm like, oh, I got to play some Doom multiplayer today.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, you know, it doesn't grab you, maybe is the best way to put it. But the snap map mode is phenomenal. I've had a good amount of, even though there's been like Doom makers for years on PC, still that's the most accessible pick up and play version of that we've gotten on console ever. So that was amazing actually to see like old Doom skin levels. Um, but yeah, shout out to Tannen, who's too busy playing the Rare collection tonight with his girlfriend, by the way, to jump on this. But I understand Rare made a lot of goddamn good games, and that collection, from what I hear, was phenomenal. Do you ever get your
Yeah, I
hands on
actually
that
picked
for
up.
Expo?